Check. 1, 2. How's everybody doing? I would have my applause and effects thing, but it's not. I'm not putting on this one.
There you go. I did it for you.
I had to share your notes too.
I did it for you. Oh, okay, wonderful. Here we go. Let's do it together, okay? That's what we're here for.
How are you doing?
I'm doing phenomenal. How about yourself?
I'm awesome. This is the pilot episode and the premiere episode of my Dear Love and Lust podcast.
I'm loving that. Loving the love.
I got big lips, so some of my words might sound jumbled, but we're going to get through it, right?
Yes. We're going to get through it in a good way and so forth. So tell me more about the title and why.
Dear Love and Lust is something I came upon because, I'm heavy on social media with a lot of comments and little different things. And a lot of my questions would deal with love and relationships. Those usually get the most attention. Those are the things that literally like everybody has their 2 cents about. I'm always a defender of black men, so that of course gets the eyes of other people that feel like black men aren't the best.
I definitely wouldn't say that, but I get that because I've read some of the comments and they're absolutely not in favor of men. Okay, and how you articulate yourself, you bring things out of people. Did you know that?
Yeah.
And
I do it on purpose.
I take it that you did it on purpose.
See,
but
a lot of people
you manifested too well.
Well, here's the thing: a lot of people I'm not that serious that I'm serious.
Okay.
I do have a method to my madness. You know what I mean? I already been approached by a couple different close associates that happen to be female. And, man, you be looking like a sucker on Facebook. I'm like, huh?
Really? No, I that's not my takeaway.
That's one. And then there's other like, yo, you be going in. Like, you do a lot of talking and extra stuff, man. Women afraid of you now. I'm like,
I don't think people are afraid of you. You just you have a way with words that make people dive a little bit deeper into themselves.
And this is why I invited you to this podcast, because you see that.
Yes, it's extreme. So tell me, or should I say the audience, more about who you are. Who's Jumaine Brown, Maine Event?
I am Jumaine, Maine Event Brown, born and raised in Albany. I did live in Brooklyn for 1.5 years, and I did go to Stony Brook for a year.
Okay. I was supposed to go there.
It's a good school, great experience. I wasted money, and I only say that because, you go to school, but nobody tells you what to go to school for. So if you don't figure out that you need to have that plan in place before your junior year.
Okay. It didn't work out that way. Okay.
However, it was an amazing and a great experience because of the social and the mental development I got being down there. Okay. And I actually, got my first dabble into promotions and events going to Stony Brook. I used to play basketball in the rec gym with all the team players. I went there the first year that they were going D1. Okay. And same as U Albany year.
Division, get it.
And who did I meet? Oh, my boy Cleveland. Okay. He didn't go to school, but he was always on campus. Reminded me when I was in high school, I went down to I used to always go up to U Albany. Okay. Excuse me. And what ends up happening is he got cool with us, and he invited me and my crew, shout out to A21 Floor, all my peoples anyway. Okay. And we ended up helping him promote a Fat Man Scoop with a Rakim performance at this club called Planet Dublin.
Planet Dublin.
Now, Planet Dublin was it was shaped in the octagon. It had 3 rooms, a hip-hop room, top 40 popish room, and metal, whatever you want to call it room. Okay. All big. All for that campus. It catered to Stony Brook. It was a college, club. So that was my first experience. I made like $500 that night, and all I did was sell like 20 tickets and made sure my people that sold tickets got in.
I know that's right. All right, so that kind of just started and got that flavor, and you was like, oh, okay. So these events
came up here, and I met Big Ray. Mm-hmm. If y'all remember Big Ray, he started on 88, went to Fly 92. Oh, Jams, I'm sorry. Then to Fly 92. And we were Catwood Marketing Promotions. I met him. Well, I went to school with John Jams, so I already knew him. Also Mike McIntyre.
Okay.
And the crew. And that's how I started getting my party name out there.
Right.
And then when I broke off from them, I started my own thing, Maine Event Live, with my ex-wife.
Okay.
First show was at Savannah's.
Wow.
You remember that show?
Wow. Yes, I do.
That was my very first event.
Are you serious?
Very first event by myself with no help.
I would have never known. I would have never known.
I paid everybody.
Listen.
Some of them wanted to get paid more, but I stated my price in the beginning.
Right.
And he only wanted more because Savannah's capacity was about 190.
It was packed.
I had 300 people
packed
through the door.
That's what I'm saying. It was packed. So
shout out to Decky Lawson. His fam came through deep too. Deep.
He
opened up for my ex-wife. Using the same musicians, but it was a real good look.
You know what? it was a great look. Okay,
it was a real good look.
It was a great look. So
I enjoyed it. It was a blessing. You ended up doing more, and that's what spearheaded me doing more stuff.
More stuff.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, with promotion, you need a team.
Yes.
But I only had a team of models, which then got me into photography. And photography ended up me taking pictures of my own event. Ended up me building my website, maineventlive.com. Right. And just doing a bunch of things like that. And loving, actually really loving my city, 518 Albany, down there. A lot of people complain about it, but
I won't complain about it. And
I'm getting to that point, though. I'm getting to that point, though. I am getting to that point, unfortunately.
I bet you will.
But that's because I also travel a lot more. But, again, to really sum it up, because I made that a long story.
No, but that's okay. We need to know these things about you, because most people, who tuning in, they not going to know. So you're giving them the story, the history.
Yeah, I've been in the promotion and event side for almost 17 years.
Okay. So promotions, events, photography, DJing.
Yes, now DJing.
Productions, all type of stuff.
I've done fashion shows and all these different things.
Yeah. So you got your hand in a little bit of everything.
Exactly.
Okay. So out of it all.
Out of it all what?
Out of it all. What would you say particularly you gear yourself a little bit more to? That's your favorite,
My favorite, honestly, right now is DJing.
Okay.
And the only reason why I can say that is because those that know me all my life knows that DJing has been something I've been wanting to do forever.
Okay.
However, I never thought I could afford the equipment.
Okay.
Never thought... Well, I grew up very strict. My parents are Seventh-day Adventists. Mm-hmm. Although, I want to say I couldn't do anything secular.
Right.
I could.
You could, but they, you respect habit.
So growing up, I couldn't. That part of my desires would not have been nurtured in a way that would have helped make me grow professionally, which is why I appreciate Stony Brook so much and living in the city.
There you go.
You know what I mean? I love my parents, don't get me wrong.
Right.
They made me really great based on how they raised me and so forth, so I appreciate them.
All right. Shout out to the parents.
But enough about me.
I'm enjoying this, and I'm learning more. I love to learn.
Enough about me. See, I'm even smiling. See, I don't usually smile. Smile.
Bklyn did that.
Yes,
Let's
she
go.
does. But again, enough about me.
Okay.
Who is Bklyn Shay?
Who is Bklyn Shay? Let's see this. All right. So originally, as the name states, from Brooklyn, New York, Crown Heights.
She hit that accent. You heard that?
Absolutely. Have to say it apart. Okay. So from Crown Heights, lived on Pacific between Kingston and Brooklyn. Shout out to the P Street family.
There you go.
And my mom was a single mom for a real long time, and then she met my step-pops, right? My dad was always involved in our lives, but she did her thing and taught my sister and I just how to be extremely independent and, running the streets of Brooklyn and trying to navigate, not getting your butt beat in the streets.
I don't know too many women that are from New York City, particularly Brooklyn, that are not independent movers.
Isn't it something? It's like you just learn this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because
if they were born there and raised there, I don't.
It's like you gotta go do the laundry. They had you doing everything, running to the store, doing store runs, and those were the things that I keep telling my kids. I'm like, that built me into the person that I am because I'm street smart and making sure know how to be an entrepreneur and get stuff done when nobody else is able to do it. You know what I mean? So a lot of adversity, somewhat, but that adversity made me into the person I am today. So that tough exterior that I have, I'm a soft person. I'm a soft little cookie inside.
You're a sweetheart. You're a sweetheart.
I really, truly am. People just get that roar when they start acting cray-cray. Because I'm like, okay, we're not going to do that. But what we're not going to do is that negative stuff. So that's the Brooklyn side. Then the Shavina. Shavina Renee is my middle name. So that person's the professional side. That's the social worker. That's the artist. That's the spoken word person. Though Bklyn Shay came out of Mojave. Shout out to Mojave and Bless.
Shout out to Mojave.
Yes, absolutely.
My introduction to Bklyn Shay.
Yes. So they helped to mold me.
I might have footage of that too somewhere.
Yeah, you do. Because they truly helped to mold me during the time when I was going through my divorce. And I was like just trying to express what I was going through, but I wanted to do it in a positive way because I was in school at SUNY, trying to finish up my social work degree. And I meet these two peculiar people that just happen to be at Simply Fish and Jazz, and they like, sister, you need to come on out and, just come in, hear us and everything like that. They had no clue that I did poetry or anything like that. It was like, just come in, just vibe and hear us. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'm going to come. So I lived in Cohoes at the time, and I came down to Albany, and I fell in love with the culture, the environment. Bless, his, the whole loudness. Shout out to Bless.
I should have him do a voiceover for the Dear Love and Lust intro.
You should. Mojave, he's over there DJing, getting the music together, get everything tuned up. And then he was like, we having like an amateur night. Anybody got something to say that they want to come up and do something? And I was like, I should. And I was a little, skeptical, a little nervous. And then I got up, and the rest is truly history when it comes to the. In short, Shavina Bklyn Shay, she's a poet, she's a mom, an artist. I love to paint, by the way, photographer. I like to do photography. Sidebar, that's my other my vice, my passion. Okay.
Now we connect.
Yes. So I love capturing moments. Okay, I don't like stuff staged. I just love to just take pictures, sporadically of people. And normally people don't like that, too tough. But whatever. Well, they love the product afterwards.
You're the photographer that captures the art of life.
There we go. I like that.
And a lot of people, what is that? There's a photographer from New York. And he has some of the most iconic images, and I'm very mad that I can't remember his name right now.
Well, you have to figure that one out. When you do, let me know, because I do want to tap into it.
And all his photography is literally life in New York City.
I love it. I love art. I love art galleries. I love museums. all that type of stuff. So that's the creative process, right? So it just consistently just feeds my soul, and that's what it is. So I'm all about this life, creating and bringing something new to the table. Okay, so that's who she is.
I love it. So I brought you to the table.
Yes, sir.
Because for all the years that I've known you, you are probably one of the most sensual, but classy, and I'm gonna make this phrase up: sexually intelligent woman that I've known in this area. Okay. When I originally was thinking of doing this Dear Love and Lust podcast, I was thinking, you get the young 20-year-old that, is always on social media, posts eye candy stuff and all this craziness, but has a following and so forth.
Right.
But I grew to understand that that's not actually what I'm really trying to do. I want something genuine that has substance. Okay. Not that particular type of young woman couldn't have substance.
Absolutely.
However, I'm grown. You're grown. And when you're dealing with, this is an entertainment setup. We're doing this for fun and entertainment. However, we respect the fact that in entertainment, we influence.
Yes.
So I wanted to have responsible commentary.
Okay.
Even if it's humorous or a little over the top.
Sounds like a plan.
That actually makes sense based on the fact that we are people that have experienced these things. Okay. A lot of people get on Steve Harvey and they talk a lot against his books and some of his readings, his advice when he does, Ask Steve.
Yes.
What they're forgetting is Steve is 60 years old.
Facts, and has lived a lifetime, okay?
And he has lived an adventurous lifetime.
Absolutely.
And when you go back to, our ancestors in the diaspora, all these politicians that we see in office, we didn't have politicians in those times. We had elders.
Right.
We had people that experienced and went through life, and they're able to guide us and give us ideas or examples. Okay. So, it does help that you are actually very beautiful.
Thank you kindly. I appreciate it. You're not so bad yourself. Okay. So this is good.
And it does help that you have some experiences that are worth sharing to a degree. We ain't trying to get in your business.
Well, you could get all up in this business because I'll tell you, boy, I'm an open book. So I'm willing to share, all right? As long as we dive in appropriately.
So, we're going to get right into it with the first question.
Let's get into it.
If you don't mind.
Shall I go?
Go right ahead.
Okay, so the first question that we have for our Dear Love and Lust. Let's see what we got. I've been accusing my boyfriend of cheating. When he finally proved to me he wasn't cheating, he broke up with me. How do I get him back? Help me, Miss Broken Lie Detector. That's what she wants to know. All right. Broken Lie Detector wants to know, how did she get her man back, given the fact that she had accused him and then, he proved he wasn't doing it?
She's not getting that man back, in my opinion. And the reason why she's not getting that man back, in my opinion, is it is very difficult and it requires effort for a man to give a level of commitment, honesty, and transparency to a woman. And if he is a man that has never cheated, never been dishonest, if you want to cast any aspersions on him, my Stephen A. Smith word, because
come on now, I'm going to say preach
on him. The worst case a gentleman like that is going to have is that he never committed and he just had a lot of flings.
Well,
the particular gentleman that I'm talking about.
Okay. All right.
But what ends up happening is when we do give that woman that chance and that energy, and it's not matched,
right?
it defeats the purpose and the joy of us actually making that step.
Okay, so let's just say that this particular broken person right here, because it says broken.
Yeah.
So I'm taking the fact that she been through some stuff, and that he knew coming in that she had been through some stuff. Mm-hmm. So if he really loved and cared for her, right, mm-hmm. that he would understand that she was probably unpacking some of that stuff onto him, right? Mm. Doesn't mean that she was right or wrong, but he knew it coming in more than likely. So the fact that he had to prove something to her, right, does not make it right. But normally broken people, this is my social work hat, y'all, okay? So normally broken people tend to carry some stuff over with them, you know? So she's saying that, okay, he proved that he wasn't doing anything, all right? She obviously is pleading to get this man back. And she just want to know, like, what should she potentially do to get him back? And as a man, in your perspective, outside of what you just got finished saying, what would a woman have to do if you did everything humanly possible to show her that you were not cheating? She comes out and she says, wow, you riding for me and you really real, and I apologize. I'm so sorry for doubting you. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sorry for not believing in who you are as a man.
She's trying to sound right now? Do you see how convincing she's trying to sound?
I just want another shot.
Here.
What would it take for you to take her back? Ms. Broken want to know.
If I'm talking personally for me?
Yes, for you.
For me personally, she's not getting me back.
She's not getting you back. And just that fast?
And the reason why she's not getting me back is because
trust has been broken.
One, she didn't trust me to begin with, mm-hmm. and I gave her trust. And the amount of time where she could have actually used that energy for fun, relationship growing things,
right?
She spent, oh, you cheating, or you doing this, or accusing this.
Insecurities. It's insecurities.
Here's the thing. You're dealing with a selfish perspective.
You think so?
Most men are selfish to the degree that they don't want to do anything that is going to cause them mm-hmm. to overextend themselves. I'm being general.
I've heard that.
I'm being general.
I've heard that.
Me, I'm a kind of an opposite person. I'm an anomaly. And it's only recently that I've started switching my behaviors. Mm-hmm. But I've been in situations where I thought my happiness came from doing for the other person. I thought making this person happy is going to make me happy.
No.
And to a degree it did, but my full happiness was not realized.
Right.
Because I wasn't paying attention to me. I was paying attention to everybody else.
Absolutely. Somewhat form of codependency. All right, so Miss Broken Lie Detective, it looks like here it ain't happening. Maine will take you. I'll take you back. Okay.
What will you do? What do you think that?
I would put her on probation. Like, you know, you have to participate and show me that, you know, this is going to work out, and that every single thing that I do from this moment on, you're not going to question it. And the moment that you start questioning it, then it's like, okay, I trust you to a point, and I give people the benefit of the doubt always. That's just my thing. I just give people the benefit of the doubt, probably, you know, to the default. But I would give her a shot because you have nothing to lose except for the person. For the most part. Well,
she was on probation. She violated probation, the whole period of probation, by being insecure and not trusting this man.
So many people are insecure. Men are insecure too.
That is true.
It's the biggest thing of insecurity.
I think men are more insecure because we have more expectations placed on us when it comes to love and relationships.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna get into that. We are going to get into
chalk it up.
No, I mean I'm so very serious.
We got a little bit of time.
We do have a little bit of time, but we got some more questions here, you know, from our wonderful listeners. All right, and this whole dear love and lust is getting
write that down.
Hot,
that comment down, and we'll deal with that next one.
I will make sure to do that. You up next?
Yes, I'll read it up
you get
next.
that one. I'll write that down once we finish.
All right.
What's the next question?
Our second one. My girlfriend and I have known each other for years, but we have actually been together for about 6 months. We have not been having sex. Okay. It is a mutual decision. We want to wait till we get married, which we plan to do next year. So, we have been celibate all this time. I hate that word. But the other day at her apartment, dun dun dun.
Wait for it. Let me take my sip.
I discovered her treasure chest with her stash. She choking over there. With her stash of sex toys.
The bullet?
He said stash, so I think there was a number of...
The rabbit?
Yeah,
you know, the little twinkle.
Okay. Yeah, Hitachi wands.
Exactly. Anyway, go ahead.
My question is, should I feel some type of way? And does she really want to wait till marriage for us to have sex? Or is she just waiting because we agreed to wait? Should I ask about the toys?
Yep.
Should I ask her if we should stop waiting now? Okay, that was a bunch of questions, but please help. What should I do? Mr. Buzzkill.
You are a buzzkill. You better get in with the getting, okay? And act like you know. Ask them questions. What is going on with this box of goodies that you got going on? I would ask. I would absolutely ask. Because they celibate. They, just enjoying nothing. She's getting her little extra.
I don't think they enjoying nothing. It's just they're not
smashing and getting all of that life. I get it.
They're not having intercourse.
Okay, with the whole stuff. So, I would say he should ask because that's what he wants to know.
I do agree.
And he should actively, just happen to pop one out. I discovered this, especially if they plan on getting married and they doing all this stuff. This is where the whole thing that we just got finished talking about trust comes in at, because now since you found something and you want to know more about it, then you should dive on in. Let's go with the get. Well, what she gonna say? She gonna be embarrassed probably for a little bit, but
I don't think she'll be embarrassed.
You don't think? Why not?
My opinion, I think. Well, first of all, he definitely should ask.
Yes.
And I also do believe that these are folks that probably grew up in church. So there's an expectation from that background that certain things should be a certain way.
We're going to talk about that too.
Yeah, exactly. Also, when we dive into the world of sexual toys and things for pleasure, there are adult novelty stores, right?
There are.
And when you walk into those novelty stores, there go my big lips again.
Go ahead on now.
You walk in,
right,
and there's a whole square footage dedicated to the pleasure of a woman. And then
I was waiting for it. I knew it was coming.
There is a little corner, maybe a shelf in the backside, that might have some things that are dedicated to the pleasure of a man. Now, in defense of that,
they have approved.
We men don't really need much.
No, you don't.
You
really don't.
Some lotion. Well, I don't use lotion.
Y'all don't really need much, but when you have the pleasure of being entertained, because that's really what it is. It's basically this particular toy is coming to the playground and would like to help out to enhance the experience.
But see, you got to understand.
That's how it goes.
I'm a gentleman that enjoys watching.
Well, that's beautiful.
So I'm not bothered by her treasure chest.
Right, but it's not necessarily watching. It's participating with the toy. So let's talk about the bullet for once, okay? So the bullet can be enjoyed by both parties,
Here comes the dissertation. Pay attention.
Here you go, okay? So it's like, come on in and work with me so that we are both pleased equally. Because what I got to offer and what this little thing right here got to offer, it's going to be a great deal of pleasure. And it's just like it elevates to the next level. So I think all toys are meant to enhance as long as you're utilizing them the right way. And and can I get an amen for the audience, okay? And for the church people that don't want you to say that.
That response to me sounds like the typical response of a woman that thinks that the man is going to be insecure about those toys.
Oh, no, absolutely. Not for me.
Okay.
Well, the people I've experienced have never been insecure with that particular process, okay? Mm-hmm. So we just going to say...
That's one of the most fun parts of foreplay to me sometimes.
It was everything. It could be foreplay, but it also could be a part of the main course meal. Let's go. So anyway... You want to stay on that topic? Because he has a couple.
Yeah. He
has a couple of questions. But he said, what should he do? So we already had. Buzzkill, get your life together, okay? Go ahead and talk to that lady and talk about them treasure toys and stuff.
Yeah, make sure you talk to her. Yes. Also, make sure that you express how you actually feel about it. Don't try to say the right thing to her to ease whatever conversation you might be having. Just be 100%, because if you're not 100% and she's buzzing away, you really ear on the door to the shower, or
Okay.
So
well, we got it. Okay, so just be real, be truthful, be honest. Be the things that some people in life are just not. Okay. Good. There you go.
I'm hoping to get an Adam and Eve sponsor. We do some reviews.
We sure can. Absolutely. Okay. Shout out to them. All right. Up next, Mr. Curious want to know. Let's see how this go. Is there a difference between a woman coming and a woman having an orgasm, or is it the same thing? Inquiring minds want to know. What are you thinking up there? Tell me.
In my opinion, there's two different things. They're two different things.
Speak to me.
But it depends on the person, because their idea of what it is could be mixed with the same thing. The only reason I have a different understanding of it is because of the relationships I've been in before.
Okay.
And I like to ask questions.
Okay.
I always ask questions.
So is there a difference?
I believe there is.
Okay.
But I'm not a woman. So
we're going to put it over here. We're going to Miss Bklyn Shay over here. So there is definitely a difference. All right.
There you go.
And to me, the orgasm is the better of the process. Okay. Because you definitely just get taken to a whole nother level of pleasure. Okay? This whole G-spot area that is hit to the 10th degree, where you could have multiple orgasms back to back to back to back to back. I mean, I could be coming and I'm sitting right here. They ain't doing nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? The moisture, the wetness, the this, the that. But to have somebody take you there to your climax and to have that level of energy exchange where you just melt into the person melt into you, and it's like, bah, there you go. I'm sorry for y'all ears if I just hurt y'all real quick. No. But this whole process, that's a good question, Mr. Curious. I'm curious to know who can do it. How about that?
Oh, man.
There you go.
I'm going to share something that's a little more personal. It's going to sound like bragging, but it's absolutely not bragging.
Okay, go for it.
My interactions and conversations tend to be long-winded. And I do believe one of my relationships ended because it was so long-winded, because they felt that they were not pleasing me.
Oh.
So part of the reason why I do understand that there may be a difference between coming and an orgasm is based also on my personal experience, because I have had those orgasmic situations and feelings without actually ejaculating. But I know that's not the same thing as that actual orgasm.
Okay, you're my chicken scratch, but I'm gonna make sure you understand what I got going on here. Okay, so that is so crazy, because So that is so crazy because most women, we do think that way. We like, if you're not doing something within a certain time frame, like you could keep going and going and going or whatever, and some, hold back, because it's so good and they just don't want to, explode at that particular moment in time. But for the men who are, such as what you're saying, long-winded, it does something to women because it's like everybody in that moment wants to please the other person. You know what I'm saying? If you're a pleaser, do you definitely want the other person?
See, I think that's also my issue.
Yeah, like you want the person to be satisfied. I always
wanted the one to please. I'm always the one, right, trying to make you happy.
Right. So, when you find someone that energy exchange between the both of you are just like cosmic, then you're gonna release it. That person gonna release too. You know what I'm saying? And I've found that can happen. But for you, getting back to what you was talking about, having the ability to hold out makes a woman really feel like, wow, my shit must not be that good. That's the thought process of some women, not all, and I'm not speaking for everybody. And again, did we do the disclaimer? We are not experts at no level whatsoever. We did not. Yeah, you do the disclaimer. So don't be trying to come for us and talking about, they don't know what they talking about. Oh, they told me to do this. They told us to do that. No, we did not.
This is for entertainment purposes only.
Mm-hmm. Our opinions.
We are not sexual health experts.
We are not.
We are not experts in the what's the word? The field,
the art,
the technical field of what we're discussing. However,
sex therapy and
we are speaking from experience, personal and overheard and shared experiences, and we're basically, if you don't got that girlfriend or homeboy that you talk to, that's what we are today. That's who we are. That's what Dear Love and Lust is about.
That's what we gonna be.
You know what I mean?
Okay, like that column. That Dear Abby column. We just here for it.
Basically.
Okay? We here for it all right?
Basically.
So, all right. So, Mr. Curious, thank you so much for that wonderful question. That was a good question.
That was an enlightening question because a lot of men and women don't actually know the difference.
They sure don't.
Some women don't know the difference because they never actually had an orgasm.
Isn't that sad?
It is very sad.
Let's just take a moment of silence for that. I'm sorry. I hope you end up having something sooner than later because it's needed for you.
I mean, that's when them toys come in.
Yes, exactly.
Learn yourself, ladies.
Learn to thy own self be true, William Shakespeare.
Because if you don't know yourself, don't expect a man to be able to please you if you don't know what you like.
Hello. Yeah. And
my boyfriend of 2 years keeps bringing up marriage. Nothing is actually wrong with him. He's a good man. The problem is I don't vibe with his family. Especially his mothers and aunts. Those women really don't like me either. They tell him I act too bougie for them and I don't deserve him. That's crazy. His family drinks Hennessy heavy, smokes a lot of weed. I don't smoke weed, neither does he. I do drink alcohol, but I'm not a Henny drinker and I only drink once in a while. They drink and smoke all the time. I get the blame from him not being around them as much. The truth is, he's really tired of them. And he wants something different for his life. I really love him, but I want to be married to someone whose family can blend with my family. I want to have kids and not feel afraid to let them go over their father's side of the family. My question is, if I don't feel like I should marry him because of his family, should I still continue to be with him? I really love him, but I can't see myself saying yes to being his wife. Should I let him go and pursue someone else that will? What should I do? Miss Reluctant,
let that man go and be great for somebody who really want him, okay? Because you need to go and have several seats, all right? If you talk about that you absolutely love this man, you must not be in love with him because the focus should be on your union and not that particular entity. Family's gonna come and go. Unfortunately, we can't choose who our family members are, but that's just my opinion on the matter. All right, let that man be great with somebody else if you ain't gonna be great with him, period.
Here's the thing,
Go for it.
I actually see where she's coming from.
Wouldn't you? Go ahead. Let me hear this one, please.
I do agree with the points that you made, but I actually do see where she's coming from.
I see where she's coming from. Just don't agree with it. But go ahead.
All right. Let me make it a little more
concrete.
Yeah, a little more interesting. All right. Say she's a Christian and he's Muslim. Not just, your regular 5%er, like you're devout. Let me make it even.
Well, there will be some type of conversion here.
Let me see. That's my point. So somebody would have to convert.
Somebody would have to convert. But go ahead on now. I'm listening.
So if that would have to be the case, but they don't what sense would that make for them to continue if they don't vibe in the same beliefs? You know what I mean? Because what she's talking about is family support system.
Yes, she is. And thank God for her having a good family support system that she has, that their wonderful children would be brought up in. And if she's saying that he's outgrown them, that's what it sounds like that she's saying, okay? And that he's trying to live accordingly with her, so that they can have their own union, their own establishment. Then that means that, okay, once again, none of us are promised tomorrow, and obviously COVID has shown that, right? So it's like, so you're going to stop your life.
It sounds being like with some the person. Of them family members might be in jail.
Hello, I'm talking about, okay, you don't drink Henny, go ahead on, girl, pass that on. But
forgive my stereotyping.
You know what? Basically, please, another disclaimer. Get with it. So that's just my thought process. I feel like, let them go. Let them be great with somebody else. If you definitely know, guess what? Should you pursue somebody else? Yeah, you should pursue the person that wants to sit down and drink wine with you and have the family drink wine with you too. Okay?
I think the issue wasn't, I think when she said,
I know. That was, let her be great. See, Maine trying to let you be great over here, okay? So let me.
Well, it's not even about her. I think it was more about him. I don't think she wants to break up with him.
No,
I don't even.
But she's saying that he wants to be married. He wants to do all this type of stuff, but she has some level of hesitancy. So if he was to come, all right, so you ready to propose to your girl, right? And then what she disclosing right now is the fact that I really just don't like your family. Period. I just don't like your family.
I think he knows that.
He has to know
because I don't think he likes his family either.
Right. So then there's really no problem. Y'all appear to be on the same accord. But you just going to try to now keep your children from that side of the family, which is not okay. Because you don't want them to have that type of exposure. And we do that now. I did that with my children. Like, I knew that my ex-husband family, some of them, not all, were just not wrapped too tight. So that's just like, okay, everybody for the most part has some form of somebody that's addicted to some type of substance abuse in their family or whatever like that. You know that when you go to those reunions and all that stuff like that, don't you leave your pocketbook over there next to so and so. Don't you go and leave them kids with that. Okay. It's the same thing. Just do not leave your children around people who are inappropriate, because you trying to raise your kids, and if you raise your kids up well, they will know what to do and what not to do. So you're the primary influence, not the family.
I definitely think you could work it out in that manner if you really wanted to.
True.
I do think the it's probably a large family on his side, and she might also have the same. And
I think so.
I could just imagine the wedding. Not even the wedding, the rehearsal dinner.
Listen here. Now would be the best time to get married during COVID, because you have an excuse to not invite them, okay? We had to chop it down to only 50. That's it. And you weren't it. There you go.
How's his mother not going to be able to come to the wedding?
You just wasn't it. I do apologize, okay? Something happened. Maybe you had, she got a health condition or something.
But, I mean, that's a real tough situation, because I really think that she likes Homeboy.
She loves him. She said love. She said love.
But I do know, well, yes, she did say love.
She said love.
But I do know the feeling of when it's draining, when you have that energy coming to you in a negative way.
Yeah, but she also says in the same breath, she loves him, but should she go on with somebody else?
No, what she meant by that, I think what she meant.
Well, let's
let me rephrase that. I probably read it. I verbalized it wrong, but I think she meant
reluctant
to let him go and find somebody that will actually match. I don't think she wants to break up with him.
That's how you interpreted it?
Let me
read that.
Where was that?
Let it go back.
My question is, I don't feel I should marry him if I can't see myself saying yes to being his wife. Should I let him go and pursue someone else that will? See, that's different than...
She want to let him go and pursue somebody else.
I think that's a different level of love.
Well, girl, like I said...
Because I know she don't want to let him go.
Let that man go and let him be great if you ain't going...
I don't think you want to go anywhere either. But right. I do understand the challenge of that situation, especially
would you agree that every marriage has challenges?
Yes.
Would you agree that a lot of times you get into these blended families or whatever, right? And you just don't like somebody, or somebody just don't like you and the vibe with it. Does that make you not want to be with the person that you fell in love with?
No.
No.
But it makes me not want to be around their family.
Right, and you don't have to be. Meaning that if you have that level of love...
It don't sound like she got much of a choice.
Well, we gonna say this. Maine feel the way he feels. It's his point of view, okay? I'm on this side. Bklyn is like, I'm sorry. Let it go. If you really know that you're gonna be unhappy in the end, okay? And you want that man to go ahead and find somebody else. Because at the end, if she say let him go, he's still leaving her.
That's true.
You better say he's still leaving her.
That's true.
So it's like, okay, what do you want? You want the whole package, or you just want some crumbs?
I'm just being extra.
I know.
Let him
Get
go.
the crumbs.
Move on.
Let him go. Let that man be great for somebody else.
You had your run. Enjoy it. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe until he finds someone else, you can still have sex and all that other good stuff. But
there you go.
Boom. Yeah. We got one more question
today.
One
more question. And it falls over here. And I like this one. All right. I think my girlfriend is cheating on me with her home girl.
Whoa, wait, rewind that. What did you just say?
I think my girlfriend is cheating on me with her home girl. Okay, this is Mr. Let's Be Honest. Mr. Let's Be Honest is talking some stuff here. My brother said a woman messing with another woman is not cheating. He says I might get lucky and get set up for a threesome. But I disagree. Look at you, booty whoop. And I don't want the threesome, at least not with her homegirl being involved. So that makes me question.
He's not attracted to her.
Okay.
The homegirl.
He might not be attracted to the homegirl because that sounds a little funny. Okay, Mr. Let's Be Honest.
Might be messy.
Okay, so is cheating still cheating? This is the question coming, okay? Is cheating still cheating when it's with the same sex? He wants to know. Is he tripping? Is he tripping? Mr. Let's Be Honest, we want to know. Is he tripping because he doesn't want to have a threesome with the girl?
Now, what I will say that I found very interesting in my years of growing up and being the age that I am.
Okay.
There are a lot of women that have experienced and experimented and done some curious things that I would have never thought or known to do so.
Interesting. Wow.
And there are women that, can sometimes come across even a little homophobic.
Yep. I've met those
so
ones.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
However, whether it's cheat, it is a level of cheating if you feel that you're being dishonest, or the woman or your girl is being dishonest about the situation, or you're being misled.
Okay.
Cheating is only happens when one person is out of the loop.
Correct, Mundo.
So
So
if she is rocking and having moments with the homegirl and he doesn't know about it,
then it is cheating.
Yeah, you're being cheated on, bro.
You are being cheated on.
However, I do understand where his brother's coming from, because it's like, oh, with a girl?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Get in where you fit in.
Wait, what's she look like, though?
Right.
Does she look like a dude?
Right.
Does she look like a dude?
If she the stud one, then correct. It's a wrap. Okay.
I've actually, I know a few very female pimps.
Okay.
That are very studly, but they're sexy as hell at the same time.
Okay. All right.
Like they go to players ball and everything with the hats and brims, and they got their canes. They got chicks walking with dog chains around their neck.
Oh, well. Well, I'm going to speak over here, and I'm going to tell you, Mr. Let's be honest. Yes, I agree with you. It is cheating, okay? So you need to figure that one out on a whole nother level, because there's some trust that has been broken. And again, and I also agree with what you said, if one party is out of the loop, then, you don't know what you don't know. But you need to ask, all right? Especially if you want to be honest, then you want her to come and, maybe invite you for something, some good stuff. I've never had a threesome, so I don't know what that life would be like, okay? But I've asked the question a lot of times to, former partners. And I'm like, have you ever had a threesome? Is this something that you would entertain? Because I said if I ever got married again, I was like, that's something. It's one of my fantasies. So I said that would be something I would want to participate and do something like that, potentially. But I would have to pick the person.
Sit on that.
Yep. I would have to pick the person.
That's always the rules. That's always the rules.
Yep. Point blank period.
I have been offered a few occasions for threesome. I never partake. When my homeboys see this, they're gonna laugh at me and
that's all right.
me.
You're a noble guy. Good job.
But the reason I didn't partake, well, first couple of offers I didn't partake because I felt it was a setup to see if I would entertain outside of the relationship.
Right. Keep dipping and diving when you ain't supposed to.
And then one of them was actually trying to get a person that they thought I was interested in, that I may have been flirting with, in public situations.
You are a bit of a flirt.
I'm not a flirt.
You are a bit of a flirt.
Not a flirt.
Yes, you are.
When I'm in a relationship, I am not a flirt.
Okay.
I can be complimentary, but I'm not a flirt.
He's a flirt. He's a little flirt.
And then even if it is flirting,
it's
not going anywhere.
It's not going exactly, but it's okay. But so be comfortable in your flirtness.
And then for me, there's a difference between me flirting and me telling you a desire. If I express specifics, that's not flirting.
What's that desire? You have to do it. I want to know.
If I'm telling you, it's not flirting. I'm telling you exactly what's going down, or what I would like to go down, or what I will offer or do. That's not flirting. If I'm like, oh, you look nice.
Well, that's a whole other question. That's the flirting thing. Well, we're going to get back to what he wants to know. He wants to know what is happening with this. He's cheating. We said it already, all right?
He definitely getting cheated on.
You definitely getting cheated on, bro. All right? And either you're going to join in and be part of the team, or you go tell us, hey.
I think the only reason he's asking this question because he knows he probably wouldn't be invited.
He said he doesn't want, he said he disagrees. Like, he just doesn't want to do it with that particular, probably that homegirl. Something wrong with that homegirl. So she ain't.
What she look like? That's the question.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, the only way that I would ever entertain anything like that is if the person looked like Santana. Is that how I saying?
Joe Budden's
baby mama. She is gorgeous. Okay. And that's what I'm saying. I ain't never been with a woman, but if I was gonna cross over to the side, the same team. Stay with the same here, right? Sin is bad. Okay, she's exotic, everything. Joe, I don't know what you was thinking. He's so
Joe got some beautiful ex-girlfriends.
Yes, he do. But she was the best.
And they're all my favorite. Like Tahiri, favorite. Esther Baxter, favorite.
Yeah.
See, Tahiri is
Cray.
Which part of the city she from?
Cray. I'm just saying.
No, that's a good answer because I'm not going to get in trouble with no burrows this year.
Yeah, exactly. Crick. But
shout out to the 5 boroughs.
There you go. All right. So I don't know. I just say in general, you're being cheated on, and if you want to participate, then participate and be part of the party. Or go. Go. There you go. All right. So you have some topics and trends going on here.
I'm still stuck on the fact that your future husband will be rewarded with a food.
He will. Where is he at? He's coming. But yes, absolutely. Might happen on the wedding night. You never know. So they'd be like, okay, well, wait a Kristen did this.
On the wedding night?
Why not? I've already had it, so it ain't nothing new. I already had you. It might as well just do something to make this spicy.
See, that's the difference between relationships in 1996 and relationships in 2020.
Oh man, exactly.
The exposure to things has opened up the minds of many people in this day and age, and so I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it either. Okay, who ain't nobody live their life boring?
Do we want to go into trending topics and trends, or we want to say that? What you want to do?
We could save it. I mean, but I'd rather, because this is relevant now.
We do need to talk about the first
this one. Exactly. This one at least. So Tory Lanez, I mean, who hasn't heard of this whole process with Meg Thee Stallion and him and this wonderful night of
debauchery. That's what it is.
It's
debauchery.
I can't even get it out because it's just like, did you really do that? Just like allegedly shot her in her feet to stop her from leaving him.
So you know more details about it than I do.
Yes. This is what has happened because, first off, Meg Thee Stallion is an Aquarius, okay, such as myself. So I follow her, and I like
you a hottie?
The fact. No,
you a stallion?
I won't go that far, okay? Because that's the piece of the puzzle that I'm not too fond of. I'm fond of the fact that she's a intelligent young lady that's business minded, and she's in school and college, and she really wants to pursue medical. And right now,
she actually is in school.
She is in school, yes. But her ultimate goal is to still do this necessarily on the side. But she really wants to help the community, and she really is into health and wellness and all that stuff like that. And she could do some bomb ass makeup, all right? But getting to this particular part, this is domestic violence, and we're filming this right now in the month of October, which is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, as well as Breast Health Awareness Month. Excuse me?
Who's we filming? Who?
You are filming right now. You doing it. I'm just sitting here paying attention to all the lights and cameras and the things.
Oh, I thought you were discussing a separate project. My bad.
No, you doing it. You doing this, okay? I'm just here for it. But I'm just saying right now, currently, okay, with this pilot, we are doing something very special, and it's ironically that this question is there. And it happens to be in the month of October, which is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Okay.
My active listening ears went off for a second.
That's okay.
I'm with you now.
You were still on the hottie topic. I get it. It's okay. So this is very relevant, in terms of, someone who is at the status that she has, become this huge entertainer, and having this experience by somebody who people are like, wow, him, So, what's your take on this whole situation that went down with them allegedly? I
had a very
he has been charged.
Process.
Did you know that?
Yes.
He's been charged.
That's why this question is up. I have an interesting process with this whole thing. Initially, I actually did believe that he shot her in her foot. The question that I had was why.
Right.
Now, somebody explained this to me on social media, and I appreciate the explanation. And I think a lot of people make the mistake that I did as well in asking why and not actually addressing the fact that a person was harmed. Right. Our focus went from shifted. Is she going to be all right? How can we lift up and help this young lady from her situation, and it got into, well, why did he do it? Right. And it almost turns the victim into the accused.
Right. Ooh, you see? Yes, because that is so true.
Now, see, but this is a grown man understanding and learning that difference, and actually listening to other opinions and perspectives on it.
Right.
And watching everything else that happened afterwards.
Right.
When her career is heavily based in social media as well as his. So you had the judgments of many people and the opinions of many different, of all age groups, giving commentary on this. And there were some hurtful things said, there were some humorous things said, there was some, real reckless, why are you commenting things said.
Right.
And it brought her to a point where she literally just had to look, I wasn't going to say nothing, but yes, he shot me. He shot me.
Because she really wasn't. She never disclosed.
I was trying to protect this little Negro.
Yep, she really was. And that goes to show again, trying to protect somebody who has violated you to the point where those are her money makers. Her knees are, but part of your damn knees is them feet. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, you see how she be doing them bends and stuff. Ain't got no make to stab your knees, boy. I need to get in the gym.
But I really was. I posted something, and I did it in humor and also in hopes of getting dialogues. Right. I was clickbaiting people. Yeah. And I posted something that was posted by a few blog sites that basically try to say, allegedly this post was from one of her associates that was her best friend, former best friend, or something like that, and it basically accused Meg of beating on.
Right, that's what I heard too.
Tory, because Kendall Jenner, Lord of mercy, that Kardashian curse is
right. It's real.
It's so serious. I actually want to talk about that one day, but not today.
Okay.
And he's 5'3".
Right.
5'4". I'll be generous. She's literally 5'10", 5'11".
Right.
Put some heels on, she's 6'1".
Correct. The money though.
And she is stallion-like in her physique, even though it is very feminine. I hate all the people that were making accusations trying to say she,
right,
transgendered or something like that. That's a woman. So.
Right.
So he's fragile.
Yeah.
So having actually seen a woman beat a man to the point where he's unrecognizable, in my personal experience,
right,
and him not feel that he was able to defend or do something, I had an inch of sympathy towards Tory Lanez in the fact that he may have done it out of sheer survival.
Right.
But that's not true. That's not the actual case. That's not what actually occurred. At least what is the information that we're being given publicly has come out to say.
Correct.
So
they have obviously something that we don't have, and the likes of him being charged, and they said his doggone bond up really, really high. Okay, he's not going nowhere. But isn't he from Canada?
Yes.
Okay.
He could allegedly only get deported.
Wow.
But he's also facing, I think it was like 22 years and a couple months.
Okay.
For what he was doing.
Yeah, we definitely need to. We'll follow back up on that one, but it's sad. It makes no sense because then they like clout chase and all this other stuff, make him relevant again. Well,
but the core issue, like you said, is the domestic violence.
Yes, on both sides. Because think about it, both entities. Because something happened that we don't know, and someone felt that they needed to either defend themselves or stop someone from doing something. And anytime you're trying to stop someone and prevent somebody from doing something, you should not be doing it. Okay.
Now, honestly, my own personal theory initially when I first heard the news was because I actually have a few friends and associates that live in the LA area.
Okay.
And they have described the nightlife scene to me.
Right.
Most of those clubs close at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Then they go to the hills.
Right.
where people have these mansion parties, invite-only type things. This is where the excessive drinking and craziness occurs, the drug use, the illicit drug use at that.
Right.
So what I thought happened was they were at one of those parties with all these celebrities or, you know, party folk. Somebody came in to try to rob them or intimidate them or come after Tory because, you know, he can be very reckless on social media. Maybe another rapper or something. And threatened them, and Tory shot in the air. That was my idea. And as he was shooting in the air, maybe he accidentally shot again when he was putting the gun away. That's what I thought happened. That is plausible because I have heard and been a witness to situations similar.
Yeah.
Well, but once it got into all the extra stuff, it was
she came with too much for me to believe that that's how that went down. And it just is a very unfortunate situation. So, you know, shout out to them. We wish y'all the best and whatever y'all got going on. And
well, I actually, if he really did shoot, I don't wish Tory the best.
No, I mean,
and
when I say that,
DJ too.
I know that, but when I say that, it's just in light of my spirituality. Like I do wish you both the best in whatever decision the Lord comes out, you know, in. But I do wish y'all the best because you deserve the best, but unfortunately these things happen, and when things happen,
the best for your actions and consequence.
Yeah, karma's real.
It is.
Karma is real. So whether or not if justice is served in this case or not, I still wish you guys the best because something has to happen. You know. Period.
Oh, it's gonna happen,
and it's going to go down.
And you know, Harlem Nights is a movie. This is real life.
This is real life. Real talk. Yeah, no pinky toes over here. Straight out.
So,
all right. Well,
this is the first episode.
This concludes.
There will be another one soon.
Absolutely.
I enjoyed this. You enjoyed it?
I enjoyed this. This is very, you know,
non-invasive.
It was very much so.
I picked the right person.
I appreciate you.